If you're studying for the INBDE, I highly recommend INBDE Bootcamp, an all-in-one study resource that will help you pass your exam. Use coupon code MENTALDENTAL for 10% off. Hey everyone, Dr. Ryan here, and welcome back to Mental Dental. The last couple days here have been pretty interesting. We had a basically record-breaking snowstorm here in North Carolina, and it was a lot of fun. It's been a while since I've seen a good snowstorm. I'm originally from New Jersey, where I got a ton of snow, but in North Carolina, it's been a little bit more rare, but this one was awesome. We got to build a massive snowman. I'll put a picture up maybe on this side so you can take a look at that. And while I was outside building that snowman, I had a thought about today's video, and that is what I'm going to call the Snowball method of learning. And when you build a snowman, you can't just put it all together from scratch. You have to build it up step by step, and it starts with a little bit of snow that you have in your hand, you pack it together, and then you roll it along the ground, and it starts to collect more and more snow. It's all about building momentum. And so similarly, when you're studying for a massive board exam, what I like to do is to think about your studying process in 3 stages, basically 3 snowballs to build that snowman. And the first one is starting with the individual level of studying. So what that looks like is, let's say you're a member of my Mental Dental Academy, for example. You're sitting down behind a computer screen, you're watching a video, you're taking notes on that video from the video slides I give you. You're working on flashcards. You're drawing things out with different colored markers and colored pencils. You're doing knowledge check questions to make sure that you're learning things along the way in bite-sized pieces. And you're doing some practice questions, all of that. So that is work that you're doing individually to start building a foundation. But it doesn't stop there, because step number 2 is finding a study partner. So doing this in pairs can be really effective, because what you can start to do is you can bounce ideas off each other, and perhaps you both have different understandings of a specific topic, and one of you realizes that you're a little bit off in the way that you understand something, and you can help the other person, vice versa. So what this study partner method allows for is really 2 things. One is collaboration, where you can work together, you can make quizzes for each other and write your own practice questions and then give them to the other person. And then also accountability, because you have someone else depending on you, and you have to stay accountable to follow with your study program, whatever that looks like. And so if you're working with someone else and you're like, hey, this weekend we're going to jump on a FaceTime or a phone call and we're going to talk about this topic, this oral pathology topic or something like that. And so you have to, before that phone call, prepare whatever it is you were supposed to prepare. And so that helps keep you accountable and on schedule. And then the third phase is the group discussion. And so this is when a whole group of you get together to talk about a case or a complex topic. And again, if you're a part of the academy, what this looks like practically are the live classes. So we get together every other week. Right now it's been every other Tuesday night, and we're talking about a patient case, and I'm showing you all of their dental history, their medication list, their current findings, some pictures or a radiograph, and then I'm asking everybody in the class a bunch of questions on that case. And then we have group discussions where you're talking about, hey, I picked A, well, I picked B, and this is why, or I ruled out this answer choice and this is why. And then everyone in the class can start to see, hey, how does this person approach this question? Is that something that I should consider? And it really fosters this healthy conversation and discussion where even if you're not the most extroverted person out there, you're getting a lot out of these group discussions because you're seeing how other people think. And if you're in the exam and you're taking the exam, sometimes the way that someone approaches a question will come back to you in that exam. And you'll think, oh, okay, this is like that question. I remember when that person in the class said X, etc. So that can be really, really helpful to go through not just one of those steps, but all of them: individual, study partner, group discussion. Now, some problems that I see with building these snowballs is people skip a step. So they'll skip step 1, for example, and they'll jump straight into a group study or even a study partner situation without putting in the work. And that doesn't work very well because A, you're not contributing much to that discussion with the other person, so your study partner is feeling frustrated by that. And B, you're not really getting anything because if they're explaining a concept or something to you, you don't have any foundation to build upon. And a quick tip with picking a study partner, pick someone who doesn't just explain at you, but will help quiz you. And some of the best people who I worked with in college and dental school, some of my best friends who I studied with all the time, we got in the habit of writing practice tests for each other. So we would go through all of the subject material. We would spend the time at home to put together 10 or 15 or 20, 25, whatever it was, multiple choice questions based on the material that we would write ourselves. And then we would give that to our study partner or a study group and then have them do it. And we would do each other's. And that would be a great way to, number one, learn the material really well, to start thinking like a test writer using that material and developing questions from it, and then also having all of this practice question material to work from. So that was one of the things that we did that involved each step of that snowball method that really helped. So remember, this doesn't happen overnight. The snowball scales over time. This is all about momentum building, and one step has to lead to the next. The early phase is building that foundation. The middle phase is starting to recognize patterns. And then the final phase is being able to integrate all of these different topic areas into those difficult cases. This is how clinical thinking works. We don't just integrate all the information at the very beginning. We earn that layer by layer. So when it comes to studying for your big test, just like building a snowman, motivation is good, but momentum is even better. So start small, start by building these small habits, devoting just a little bit of time each day, and let that carry you forward as you build momentum. Things will start falling into place. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I loved doing it from the snowy Carolinas. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like, comment below what you'd like to see from me next. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Share the video with your friends. God bless all of you. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.